So who can read the directions? Karen, let me hear from you. Above that, read what it says.
Let's draw both fractions on the number line and compare.
So we're going to do two fractions on the number line and compare. Compare means when you compare numbers, you're seeing which one is bigger. Brianna Vega, what does this example tell us to do? So 1 over 2 is called 1/2. Use it 1/2. Okay. On the number line below, we're going to see which one is larger. Excellent. We're going to do the same steps we just did. What's the first thing we do? Foxy. We got to speak up. Draw a box. Where does that box start, Angela? It goes from 0 to 1. It starts with 0 and ends at 1. Draw a box just like I've drawn a box for you. There's no questions right now. We're just listening and following directions. Thank you to those of you who are able to do things independently without noises or distraction. After we draw a box, Janaya, that is not a slant. After we draw a box, what's the next thing we're going to do? Let's start off with the first fraction, 2/3. What's the next thing we're going to do, Glenaya? This is why it's important to pay attention. What's the next thing we're going to do, Fatima? Split the box into how many pieces? If you agree that we need to split this box into 3 pieces, put your thumb up. Kenny, why are we splitting this box into 3 pieces? You gotta speak up, I can't hear you. The denominator always tells us how many equal pieces we need to split our box in. Do your best to split that box into 3 pieces. 3 equal pieces. So the same people are having trouble whenever it's time to do something independent. Staying on task. They will see it on their paycheck. Keeping it moving. Now that we've got our box in 3 pieces, we can count our thirds. The first third we count is altogether
1/3.
And after that, one more third, then 1/3 will be how many thirds?
2/3.
2/3. Make a big mark on your number line. That's where 2/3 lives. Don't ask me questions like that. What you have to do is make your paper look like my board. Now here, we've done this before. This, no issues. Now here's the next thing. We're putting 2 numbers, 2 fractions on this number line. So we have to do a second box. Just put it right on top of the other box. Just like I have on the board. Now we're going to do the same steps. It's a box that we're trying to make into a fraction. Who can read the fraction that we're trying to make now? We've already made 2/3. What are we going to make now, Isaiah?
1.5.
Not 1.5. 1, 2. What's another way to say 1, 2? Or the way you're supposed to say it? 1/2. It's 1/2. Brianna Vega, how do you say this fraction? Isaiah, how do you say this fraction?
1/2.
1/2. So how many pieces are we going to split the box into if we're going to cut it into halves? 2. Everybody split it in 2 pieces. See that this is 1 piece over here on the left, and this is 1 piece on the right. Everyone's paper should look like my board. Esteban's with me. Juan Carlos is with me. Tayshawn, Noel, Simon, Demir. Excellent. Now we can count by halves. I mean, we're gonna fill how much is filled in. You tell me. Papa, let's hear from you. 1. Is it 1? Okay. Let's start at the beginning. How much did I color in? Papa, whether you meant to or not, you said 1. Can everybody point to where 1 is on the board? So it's not 1. 1's way over here. We need color to here. Papa, would you like to change your answer? Yeah. Thumbs up if you agree that now he's saying that right here we've stopped at 1/2. Sadiq. So it's one thing to take money off your paycheck, we're going further because you continue to have the same behaviors. This is 1. Wait, I didn't see those thumbs. Did we agree? Ruben, I can't see your hand. You agree? We're at 1/2 here. Put that dot on the number line. Now, on your own, actually, I'm going to take one person, and I'm going to write their answer on the board. And they're going to answer the full sentence. Which is larger, 1/2 or 2/3? And why? Caleb, go ahead. I want to watch, so you got to say the clause what? He was moving his desk, I couldn't hear you. Okay, 1/2 is bigger, why? Just give me a reason. Just give me a reason why you think 1/2 is bigger. So let's say this. Does anybody agree with Caleb to finish this statement? Brianna, so can you finish? Can you give a reason why you think 1/2 is bigger?
When you put it into 2/3, it's cut into less pieces. When it's 1/2, it's just like one alone.
So I took away the last part, but are you basically saying that 1/2 is bigger than 2/3 because 2/3 has less pieces? Less parts, pieces, parts, it's kind of the same thing. Right now, try and talk to your partner. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? And you need a reason. What do you think? What do you guys think? In 5, 4, 3, 2, split. When you're slanting, you're turning forward. I want to hear some of your thoughts. Who wants to share what they think and why? I need reasons. First say I agree or I disagree, and then what? Noel.
I agree with Brianna because 2/3 you can see that it's more ahead than 1/2.
When you say more ahead, can you be more clear?
The parts, the two parts are further than 1/2.
I like what you said further. I just want to clarify one thing. When you say further, this is the because you can be further to the left or further to the right. So you're saying that which one is further to the either left or right, and that makes it more. And that makes it. Okay. Who else has a statement? He says that he disagrees because on the number line, 2/3 is further to the right. Well, he said that 2/3 is bigger, so clearly he didn't agree with this statement. He disagrees with the statement. He says 2/3 is bigger because it's further to the right. Karen, let's hear from you. Who else? Who else? I'm going to show you something. So we talked about bars are easier to draw. I think that this is best done in circles. And the reason I'm doing it, I should have set this up before. I'm going to do something in circles. So let's imagine that this is a pizza pie, right? Now I made one that's exactly the same size, right? Exactly the same size. They line up perfectly.
Trying to go to be showing self-control right now, just silently checking the board. Thank you.
Do we agree that it's half of a pizza pie? Thumbs up or thumbs down? It might not be perfect, but for the most part, I'm waiting for your tracking and your slant. So we agree that this is half. This, and again, it's not perfect, but I cut this pizza pie into how many pieces?
3.
So that makes each piece 1 altogether? Third. So now I'm going to color in 2 of those thirds. I colored in 1/3. I'm coloring in 2/3. How much of this pie did I color in, Jeremiah? This green one? This is half. Jeremiah, so we got you once for not paying attention. This is the second time. You'll see it on your paycheck. Who is paying attention? How much of this did I color in? 2/3, right? Now watch. As I move this pie that's exactly the same size on top of the pie that's only that is 1/2. Which is bigger? Which is bigger? Which covers up more space? What color? What color? Green or red? Who agrees that green takes up more space? You got all this extra space over here. So which is bigger? 1/2 or 2/3? This goes back. Which is bigger, 1/2 or 2/3? Tayshawn. 2/3. Let's go back. Remember, we said about the number line. When we go to the left on the number line, we are getting, altogether, smaller. When we go to the right on the number line, we are getting bigger. Looking at this, which fraction is further to the right? Tahima. 2/3 is further to the right. So that is bigger. Now, I'll respond to the thing that Brianna said about the pieces. Each of these pieces, each of the third pieces is smaller. Each third piece is smaller. However, you have more of them, right? Right? Okay. So who thinks they can change this to be true? We said that this is not true because 2/3 is bigger. So I'm going to change the numbers first. Everybody turn and talk. Come up with a sentence, a reason that 2/3 is bigger than 1/2. Turn and talk to your partner. And slant. Who thinks they can change this statement to make it true? Let me hear from Jasmine.
2/3 is bigger than 1/2 because 2/3 is closer to the right.
2/3 is, I'm going to change one word instead of closer to the right, further to the right. Okay? If you look at them on the number line, 2/3 is further to the right. I'll take one question, we got to move on. Oops. Everybody write this sentence down where it says A. Now you got about 10 minutes. I want you to do the next 2 examples on your own. After you figure out which is bigger, I want your answer to be in a complete sentence, very much like this. The only difference there should be is the fraction that you use. So the next example, and I'll go right back, is 3/6 and 7/8. So the fraction should be either 3/6 is bigger or 7/8 is bigger. And the reason should be the same. We are working independently. There's absolutely no swapping. So because too many people ask for snack, I will not hand out snack bags. I will see you working and then I'll decide if it's time for snack.
tell a class that wants to X, keep working. You need to get started. You're here to get a job. Good job. Shit, this is not the best use of my time. How are you doing? Which one's going to be bigger? Can you pass that?
So again, this is silent. So Alexis, I don't know why you turned around, and I certainly don't. Sit there. So walking around, I see Andrew. Instead of doing normal sort of like this, come on me to she'll come in and get you. We'll have that discussion. You're coming with me.
So you got started. Keep working. This is really.
Because it goes through the paper. It bleeds through the paper.
So you still have to start doing those screws and everything you started? No, because you don't answer them. So don't worry about how good you're doing to get your work done. Don't worry about that. Worry about this.
Noel's answer is complete because it has labels. He has a full sentence.